Good morning, everyone. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and this is our home yoga practice live on November 4, 2020. Get into your space, set yourself down, maybe get a block, maybe get your strap, have your journal. If you're new for our home yoga practice live, this is a live stream class that I'm hoping is helping us create a pathway to our own personal yoga practice. And today I was really sitting and thinking about themes, and I would like the theme to just be do your practice. And so, especially for those who've been following along for quite a while, we're going to set an intention. You sit in yourself, feel out what is it that you need to spend time with, whether it's an affirmation, whether it's a quality inside yourself that you know that's like raging. And let that be your focus. Write that down as your plan. We will work together and move. You get to choose the duration of time that you're going to hold various postures. Starting to make it yours, put it into practice. Notice what was difficult about it, what was great about it. And then hopefully we emerge from our practice and carry some of whatever it is we got to observe, learn, grow, expand off the mat into our daily lives. So bring yourselves in. I'm really grateful for anyone who is here with us. I've changed the location of the laptop here today. And I'm going to just encourage us to find a space of sitting. You could sit with your back against the wall, sit on a block, a chair, whatever's great for you. And we'll do our check-in. So you don't have to have any special skills. We're just going to come into a space, turn off the distractions, turn off your electronics. Your space doesn't have to be perfect. It could be messy. I should turn the camera around at some point so that you can see all of the mess that you don't see that's also in this room. All right. So please don't imagine that I have some great resort style, spa style environment. I don't. I've got this amount of free space, and I'm really grateful that I cleared out this space in order to be able to do this in this setting with you all. And be willing to find a space of quietude and stillness and check in with our bodies. In our physical home, how does our body house feel? Maybe you're noticing, oh, I didn't eat breakfast. Maybe, like me, you're going, I had too much coffee. Good morning, D-Bay. I'm also noticing a little bit of strain in my neck, a little bit still in my back. I've been with the constant war with leaves of raking. And my own physical check-in I'm feeling a little tight and restricted. And I know that I've been holding a lot of emotional space, even my breath, holding my breath. So I'm just going to continue to check in on a physical level and a breath level quietly, and you can all do the same. And then notice what's going on in your mind. Don't run away from it. Just go ahead and look. Maybe itemize. Yep, that. Yep, that. Yep, that. And then maybe see if you can take your gaze outside of yourself, as though you're looking at yourself from outside of your own body. See yourself wearing whatever's going on in your head. See your physical body in the state that it is. And your breath. Is that the balanced you? How do you want to invite regulation and balance and connection today? And let's take a moment and have a little bit of time with our journal space. Not any long writing. I'm really just going to write down an affirmation for myself. And I'm only going to share it because I'm sharing practice with you all on a level of, we're on a computer screen. That I wrote patience and slow down. And so throughout my practice today, my asana practice, my physical practice, I'm going to try to recite that to myself now and again as a nice little ping back for myself. I'm not saying that that needs to be your practice. Hopefully there's some words that came to you from your check-in. Your check-in period of time can be as much time as you need it to be. Okay. It can develop into a meditative session. Okay. Depending on however much time you have. We've got a little bit of limited time today because we're trying to frame ourselves within a 60-minute square. But do know that when you are venturing into your own home practice, it's yours. You got 2 hours and you need to connect with yourself in that way. What a wonderful gift. Okay. If you've got 15 minutes, don't deny yourself being able to dive into your practice just because it's only 15 minutes. Connect. It's yours. That's your gift. All right. So I've got my affirmation. I'm still going to offer a little bit of guidance about alignment and about energies of directing different energetic directions in our body. But I'm not going to talk that much today in regards to guiding a should about a posture. Our space inside of ourselves is for us to start to explore, to notice when we're fighting, when we're straining, when we're forcing, when we're diving into only the things that we enjoy, and when we're having an aversion from the things that we dislike. It's up to us to eventually start to notice, this is what holding my breath feels like inside of my body. Do I like it? Do I not like it? It's yours. And if we don't start to step into that, we'll start to become really reliant on someone telling us when to breathe in and when to breathe out. Eventually, hopefully, we're cueing in enough to build that awareness and go, oh, I need an inhale. Ooh, I need an exhale. All right. I am, however, going to post up right here. So I had said, for those who have been with us for this journey over some time, you may have noticed we've set a theme at the beginning of the week, and we worked that theme. And we've talked about the 8 limbs of yoga. And right before, just now, I said set an intention, right? We checked in and we got to set an intention. If you're at a loss about those intentions, I've written out here the English words for the elements of the first 2 limbs of yoga. So maybe one of those, you say, you know what, I'm just going to pick one. Maybe it's contentment. Maybe you're going to pick one and say non-harming. And just let that be your mantra, your affirmation. Okay? Because the first 2 limbs of yoga, the yamas and the niyamas, help us behave in our bodies well. Non-harming is a good one. Truthfulness, yep, probably need to learn how to be truthful in my body about its limitations and whether or not I'm truthfully finding a new edge. All right, going to just leave that up there. And I will invite us to come to our mat to child's posture. If you have any knee issues, feel free to maybe put a blanket down for underneath of your knees, or maybe wait. If putting pressure on your knees doesn't feel good, we're going to be coming up and out of this in a moment. So stay in a seated posture. All right. Always listen to what feels good in your body house. All right. If you have questions or concerns, please feel free to type a comment in. I'll be looking up. So at any point in time, and we can interact. If you are here live, let's find the full benefit of the live. All right. So it'd be as though we're all in the same room and you go, hey, I got a question. I'm going to answer it. Okay. I'm not going to say, let's wait until the end. Nope. Let's do it. Because if we have the benefit of being live, let's use that connection as best we can. All righty. We're going to come to our hands and knees and sink our way back. Good morning, Claudia. If you are coming into your child's pose, you could start with knees wide or knees together. Your head could be resting on a block or down onto the mat. Meet yourselves where your body wants to meet you. Notice the state of what is going on in your body. What's surrendering to the pose, what's fighting it? And where's your mind? Feel your hips, feel your spine, feel your organs. See if you can relax your diaphragm and visualize around your waist, your breath expanding from the inside out. How much room is there for your breath? Does your breath feel free or does it feel stifled? Remember your intention. We'll lengthen the arms out toward the front of the mat. Feel how you got there. Notice everything you can about the underside of your arms, your palms, the skin in your whole body. And we'll breathe in as we come up to hands and knees. I'm going to step one foot up. Start to notice your own breath. I'm going to stop cueing when to breathe. This is for us to explore and notice. And step the other leg up. If you want to grab opposite elbows, go ahead. Look at how you've placed your feet. Are they even? Are you in your body on purpose? Maybe soften the knees. Be in your body on purpose with ease and steadiness, not forcing. Notice your breath. Notice your weight bearing in your legs. Is there strain in the back of the hamstrings? You can always bend the knees more, and that might forgive those hamstrings a little bit. How are you wearing in your physical body your intention right now? We'll release the arms and gently round the spine up, feeling the body in movement, feeling the body standing erect against gravity, coming to an upright position, intending our body to rise and root at the same time. And let's breathe in and lengthen upward. Exhale, forward fold, feeling the body folding into itself and then rounding the spine back up. Be in your own internal diagnosis as we lengthen and fold. Occupying our physical body, our warm-blooded mammalian body. What about your physicality? Are you able to spend some time building awareness of? And some balance and equilibrium? All while we are working in a space of ease and steadiness. We'll hang here. I'm going to shift my weight forward and back because I felt like my weight was way back in my heels. Trying not to be in any extreme. Asana. Comfortable seat in my body. And I'll breathe in and lift the chest up. I'm going to keep the knees soft. My hamstrings are a little tight here today. And let my upper body go. Doing that again, lifting. Start to notice, when does it naturally feel appropriate for a breath in? When does it naturally feel appropriate for a breath out? I'm going to place my palms down, stepping back to plank. Maybe you're on those knees for your plank. Breath in. Exhale as we lower. Feel the palms being a part of your root. Feel the pliability and flexibility of your waist. And ask for the strength of the arms and the flexibility of the waist, honoring both spaces as you lift the chest for cobra. Observing our body and our breath. Are they working together? Observing our mind. Is it working with the body and the breath? Not commanding it. And back to hands and knees. Notice what we feel. Tuck the toes. Lifting the hips up and back, down dog. Hips are lifting, head is releasing. Rooting down through all four limbs. Connect to the length in the spine. What are the areas of the body that are lengthening? What are the areas of the body that can relax? What are we noticing and feeling? I'm checking in with my jaw, making sure I'm not letting some tension live there. living in this whole body house. And we'll look forward, maybe bring a knee down first to step a foot up and step the other foot up, or maybe you just stepped all the way up. Feel out the ease in your body. Lifting the chest up halfway, nice and strong. Letting the upper body find release, practicing letting go. Rolling the spine up, feeling the neck. How much of the whole body can we be aware of? Reaching behind us, perhaps using a strap to bring the hands together. But if you don't need a strap to hold the hands together, you can find an interlacer, grab your wrists. Opening the chest, isolating just that area. Pressing down through the feet, offering the chest up. Where is your breath? Where does it want to be? Can you find ease, steadiness, freedom in the breath? And come forward. Do you need to let the arms go? What does this clasp offer you to build awareness of? About struggle or ease? Releasing the arms. I'm going to place my hands to the floor. If you need a block or a chair to bring the floor a little closer to you, go ahead and bring your hands there. I'm going to step my left leg back and stay on the left toes. Right knee staying over the heel, aligning bones over bones, and lifting the chest up, dipping down. Feel that left thigh. What are we feeling up and down? The front of that thigh, front of the hip, low belly. What are we noticing in our breath? What is the state of your neck? What's going on in your face? What's going on in your head? Stepping the left foot up and trade it out when you're ready. Remember, you don't have to keep up with a pace that's mine. This is yours. Check in with your intention for your practice. What is the conversation you're having with your body? Can you visualize the ease in the breath circulating in the whole body? Does your body or your breath want a rest? Are you thinking too much? Stepping the right leg up, half flat back, forward fold. Rounding the spine up to standing. I'm going to reach. I'm going to pat myself on the back with the left hand. Find that left elbow with the right hand. What are you aware of in your body right now? From the feet all the way up to the top of the head. What can you feel? What senses are sending you some information? Gentle side bend to the right. Maybe you don't want to do that at all. What does this posture represent? What are we feeling in terms of fight? In terms of freedom? Bringing ourselves back up and switch. This is you in your body, practicing connection in your body and your breath and your mind. Not to mine, all to yours. Side bend if you like. Bringing ourselves back up, reaching the arms out, hands behind us once again. Maybe grab that strap. Breath in, isolate the upper chest, shoulders, neck. What is going on? What is the state of our breath? What's the state of our legs that are holding us up? Lifting the chest, growing tall. Ask yourself, can I feel something still rising? In order to feel the rising, am I creating a strain? And forward. What's surrendering? Can you? Can you accept it when you notice that you cannot surrender? Releasing the arms, hands to the block once again, or the floor, stepping the left foot back, right knee over the heel. Maybe bring the knee down, or if you feel as though you have balance, can you come up to a crescent space? What is the back leg doing? Is it aspiring to lengthen? Can we honor and respect any limitation in the front of that thigh? What is the right leg doing? What is our waist doing? Chest, in between the shoulders, neck, arms doing, ease and steadiness. Face, what's your face doing? Are we sitting up tall? If we applied ourselves to sitting up tall, what does it do to the bottom body? If you feel as though you have balance, maybe you want to aspire and remind yourself to rise by reaching the arms up. We're still without strain. Hands down, maybe to the block. We're going to step the left leg up. Ooh, some of you might need to shake that out. Okay, you're at home. Feel out your energy. Find that space of balance and restoration with yourself. And we'll step the right leg back. If you like, you can make your way up, giving yourself support. Maybe you want to see if you can find so much steadiness that you can rise unsupported. What is the state of your energy today? How is your body meeting you today? How is your mind meeting your body? Now, I'm remembering my practice plan, and patience was the first word. And so, I'm going to settle in and have a little less pressure and a lot more patience for things to open up. Patience with my breath. Patience with where my mind is and how much it's zooming around. Hands down. I'm going to bring the back knee down, stepping that left knee back, finding whatever form of plank this is for me here. What is going on? What muscles could I start to engage to help create a little bit more stability? Are you running up against however much energy you still have to apply here? Lowering down, feeling the act of lowering, honoring and respecting where our bodies are. Lifting, feeling the amount of strength you're exerting through the arms. How much permission is your midsection giving for movement? Are you accepting any limitation here, or are you fighting it? Where is your breath here? Do you need it to be lower in order to give space for your breath? Your breath is just as important as the body. The mind, body, and breath are working collaboratively. The mind is not over the body. This is not a mind over matter kind of thing. Absorb that. Give yourself permission to feel that. Collaborate. The breath has an equal vote, has an equal voice. How does it feel to give your breath that space right here? Is it helping you find some ease? Is your mind at war with that idea? Is your body impatient? And bring it up and back to hands and knees. Down dog when you're ready. Look at your palms. Acknowledge any amount of fatigue or strain that's going on in the wrists. They're about to be your base. How do you prepare them? Lifting the hips up and back, down dog. What's still lifting? Could you lift the shoulder blades up toward the ceiling? Scan another body area along your spine and ask yourself if you could lift it. And if you did so, did you sacrifice ease and steadiness? Where's the balance? Where's the harmony between our intention and our exertion, our effort? Remember, the breath is an equal partner here. What are your legs saying? Each toe, tops of your feet, Achilles, kneecaps. We'll make our way up to the top of our mat. Rolling the spine up to standing. Cross the right arm across the chest, hooking under it. Breath in. You could just hold behind the shoulder as well. Exhale, revolve. See if you can keep the hip bones aiming forward. Isolate and confront what wants to move, what doesn't want to move. What is your mind noticing? What is your breath telling you? What is your body telling you? And release. We'll find the other side. Where is the upward energy? Where can you feel it? Where can you commit it? How did it feel to be reminded of it? What can we let go of and forgive? And release. Breathing in. Maybe find an interlace. Flip the palms. Side bend. What's moving? Could lower parts of the body bend? Are you only aware of upper body bending? Where can you feel the bending? Where is the space being created? What's the relationship in the space that's actually opening? Is it saying no, no, no? Is it saying yes, yes, yes? And up. Where's the up? Where's the down? Where's your breath? When you're ready, feel your breath. Collaborate. Body, breath, and mind. Is the mind quiet? Is the mind loud? Is the mind creating space for what's going on? Does it feel the need to control? And up. Remember your intention. Twist. Hips forward. And back to center. How does it feel to have a limitation, a boundary, a rule being set? And twist. How do we find freedom inside of boundaries and rules? Keeping those hips forward and seeing if something else will move. Back to center, bend the knees, pull the butt back, lift the chest chair. Now, if you can, feet together, knees together. If you need to, feet together, feet apart. But if the feet are apart, try not to let the knees buckle in, all right? We'll keep the knees even and over the ankles. I'm going to turn sideways here. See if we can scoop the tailbone under, chest up, upright. Now, you could sit down low, but pull the knees back, chest up. You can sit up high. Your hands could be lifting. Your hands could be to prayer. They could be on your hips, they could be behind your back. Where would you like them to be? Have you just explored just letting your arms hang? Where is your attention right now in your physical body? What are you noticing about the equilibrium of your weight bearing? Is one foot straining? Is one leg holding more of our body weight? Is your breath working with your body? Is something saying, I need out? Or is it saying, how long are we going to be here? You have free will and choice. You are practicing your chair, not mine. If you need, you can always come out, do another pose. You could come back if you're like, oh, wow, she's still in it. Okay, well, maybe I want to see if I want to be in it more. What's my core doing? If I engage it more, how does that help me in the pose? Do I feel more solid? Do I feel more pulled together, more contained, handling the energy, or does everything feel like it's spilling out? What's going on in your physical body face? How about neck, jaw, tongue, fingers, wrists? Where's the upward energy? What are those shins and calves saying, doing? Making our way to mountain. We're going to step the right leg back, turn it open. Left knee is bending, keeping that left knee over the heel, turning the chest here. First time in a really open hip space. If you would like to expand your arms open wide, see how effortless any of these spaces can be. Effortless in the feet, the ankles, the knees, the thighs. And then you remember your plan. And just connect into your body, your breath, and your mind. Elbow to knee, lengthen. What's the connection going on in the feet? Is the mind doing something in charge? If you don't need that elbow there and you want to bring the arm down, can we still be revolving the chest open? Accept some of the rules of the posture as a boundary to say, I'm going to live within these boundaries right here and find out how free I can be while practicing my plan, my intention. The breath is an equal partner. The mind is not in charge. The body is not to be dominated. Can you ask the core to lift you up effortless? Notice anything that's clenching. Can you let go of that effort? Straightening that leg. What are we feeling? What's the body saying? Oh, I needed to align my hips here. And reaching. What's reaching? From where? Am I only feeling it up here? And pretty much I am. So I want to see, could this lengthen too? Let the hand fall wherever it may, keeping the spine where it is. Don't reach down for it. Revolve. Hand can be at the hip. What are you noticing? Your gaze can be up or down. And you could be noticing something on your floor, on your wall. Just be honest with yourself about what you're noticing. Inner landscape, outer landscape, it's all just, fair game. Back up when you're ready. I'm going to bend this knee a little, looking back toward the top of my mat. And I'm going to step the right leg up. Breath in as you lift, forward fold, letting go. Deep breath. Did we notice only the inhale or the exhale? Ask the breath to guide you in its wisdom. Bend the knees, sink the butt back, lift the chest, chair again if you want. Now, some of you may wish to root into one leg and lengthen the other one forward. Or you could say, you know what, this chair is good enough as it is. Or you could shift into one leg and cross that leg. Just depends on where you are in your focus, in your mind, in your breath, in your body. Remember, ease and steadiness. What is the state of what is going on in this shape? Coming to standing in our mountain. Let go of that past. That chair is gone now. Greet yourselves where you are. In mind and breath and body. And I'm going to lift my left leg and open and step it back to get ready for my warrior two on this side. But I'm going to now turn and face. All right. Knee over heel. This is my right leg now and my left here, because all I did was turn. Hips, chest. And then let go of the checklist. Just say, okay, this is me in my body in this shape. How do I feel? Who am I? What has changed when my body is in this shape? My left knee is actually not too happy right now, so I'm adjusting the amount of pressure here. So don't suck it up. Start to notice some tendencies that you may have about your body in your yogic practice, right? And change that relationship. Say, no, actually, that knee was talking to me, so what did it have to say? I didn't sit and analyze, what did I do to it? Why is it hurting? No, it said, ow. I said, okay. Effortless and still energy is reaching in both directions. What is that? How do we experience active energy efforting outward effortlessly? Are we ever there? Or do levels of effortlessness change? Can we meet ourselves in the state of change, acknowledging that nothing is static? Scan your body. What areas of the body are talking? Maybe scoop the tailbone under a little. Tense some muscles and release them. You only know what's going on if you give yourself like a few little diagnostics. And then acceptance. This is the state of what is going on. And this is what I'm able to observe and notice. This is what I need to do right now to quiet my mind, because I don't want my mind to drive me nuts right now. It has been driving me nuts off my mat enough. I can have a quiet mind here. And then we can start to find your side angle. Maybe your elbow is here. Maybe your hand is coming down. Maybe you need time. Your body says, oh, I can do this for a little bit, and now I'm ready. Oh, I'm a little bit more ready. I'm a little bit more ready. Can you meet yourself in the spaces of change? Nothing is static. What's the breath saying? Do we allow for spaces of change in attitude, in actions, in thought? Or do we expect things to just switch like we're switching channels on a TV? We're energetic bodies. We don't just switch. We all have our fluctuations, our variations. Do you know, are you learning that about yourself on a physical level? Asking your waist, your core to bring yourself up, coming back to that effortlessness, even right here. And we'll straighten. Try not to lock your joints. I'm going to bring this leg up a little. Feeling my hips. And exploring lengthening. Lengthening effortlessly. What's assisting and giving me stability so that the rest can reach? Reaching effortlessly. And triangle or trikonasana. What's rooting? What's revolving? How does the breath feel rooted and revolving? Have we ever even thought about our breath revolving? Can we let go of thinking and just get into feeling? How is this breath different than some of the others? Bringing ourselves back up. Feel the spaces of change that are going on in the joints as they're adjusting. I'm just going to spin on this right heel so that the feet are parallel in a nice, even, balanced, wide hip space. I'm just going to tick-tock, feel the hips out. What wants to move, what doesn't. Just exploring, letting them talk to me. I'm going to expand the arms out effortlessly. Maybe let them sink a little lower. Really feel the weight of them. And letting my chest come forward and just feel my legs, my hamstrings, what's talking. Maybe shift forward and back a little. Forward might feel a little scary. Notice your neck and your shoulders effortless. Where is the effortlessness? I'll bring the hands down. Maybe the hands can come to the floor, or you could bring a block right here to raise the floor a little closer to you. Arm is strong and straight. Stand in that arm like a new leg. Feel it taking on that role. Is it unaccustomed to doing that? Is it resisting the idea of doing that? And when you're ready, asking the waist and the rib cage to revolve. Now, some of you, I'm going to revolve to the left, so my right arm is down. Some of you may want to apply a few rules here, okay? So maybe we'll see about pulling the right hip up, keeping the left hip down, and then seeing what wants to revolve. And maybe something inside of us goes, this isn't as easy as if I just left the hips go. Right, but we're practicing. How do I stay contented within a few boundaries? How much freedom can I find within boundaries? Am I willing to explore and meet myself there, or do I just want to fight it? And it's okay to notice when we want to fight. We're just learning more about ourselves. And release. And we do get to accept that too. Accept, ACCEP. Starting to notice lately, I've been doing some recordings and notice that when I say accept and when I say accept, they almost sound the same. So I want to enunciate. All right, left arm down. Standing in this arm. How does this arm want to support me? How is it as an arm leg? Now, I'm going to see if I can keep my hips here because I want to work on a few rules because I've been painting outside of the lines a lot lately in my life. So rules help me not paint outside of the lines so much. Working on some dedication, some discipline, and working the rib cage, the organs, the breath. That free arm could always rest at your low back. Notice what you feel if you bring your hand to your low back. Feel your back. Receive that touch. Give yourself a touch. Are we still revolving? And eventually release. I'm going to move this block out of the way. I'm going to walk my hands through in between the legs, letting my head fall. Now I'm going to move here sideways a little so that you can see. Walking the hands through. Now, remember, I'm never saying that your body should look like mine, okay? I'm just showing the direction. And if that works, great. Some people prefer to just hold behind their calves. And see if we can encourage the top of our head toward the floor. And observe the physical body. What's effortless? What are we enjoying in the effortless space? Observe your breath, observe your mind. Are there new layers evolving in letting go? We'll bring the hands out in front of us. Be kind to your spine. Move gently. We were in that for a moment. We're going to bring the legs a little closer together. Palms down flat. And see if you can come onto your tippy toes. And shift your weight forward into your hands. Butt is up. And then shift back into the feet. And then shift forward into the hands. Squeeze the belly. Shift back into the feet. Let your neck and your head go. How much trust? What does trust feel like to just shift back and forth? We don't have to control so tightly. We can be in control without clenching. Now I walk my hands in a little bit. I'm going to bend the elbows backwards, okay? So not out to the side, backward. I'm going to bring my knees up into my armpits and look forward. So my feet are down. My chest is lifting. My butt, I'm still working my low abdominal core, squeezing the low abdominal core, like I'm trying to hold myself from peeing. And lifting the hips. But my weight is in my arms. And shift back a little bit. And shift forward. This can be more than enough. Some of you may want to explore lifting one foot. Some of you may want to say, let's see if 2 feet can come up and breathe. Maybe we fell. Breath. Observe the body. Observe your breath. And the mind. Where's the effortlessness? Feet down. And we'll come down to our bottoms. How are we doing? Check in on your practice. Did you stay connected to your practice? Did you let the breath be an equal partner? Did you let the mind be an equal partner? Are we in a judgy mind over what just happened there in Bakasana, crane? Who are we right now? Meet yourselves right here. Let go of what has already passed. Feel your breath, feel your heartbeat. Flex the toes, being in the legs, maybe clear some of your flesh. You might want to use a strap. And if that's so, you could bring a strap to the bottoms of the feet. If you feel like your legs are really, really stiff and that you really wouldn't move much to come forward without a grasp, a bind to help you, you could have your hands holding the strap as close to the feet as you can, spine lifting. Otherwise, if you feel like you want to go without or that eventually your hands would reach your feet, we'll all lift up. So you can be holding the strap, upward lift. Feel the effort and the energy to lift while pushing the legs down. Intend and put some effort and energy into pushing your legs into the floor. Intend and put some effort and energy into lifting the chest. Now, while you're doing this effort and energy, how effortless can you make it be? And we'll hinge. Now, if you've got the clasp, elbows out to the side, lengthening the belly and the chest up and forward. You can relax your neck, your body. If you've got a hold of the feet, find a comfortable way, but keeping the feet in a neutral position. Don't let them splay outward. Remember those boundaries? Sometimes rules and boundaries help us find a new level of freedom, not confinement. Visualize your belly. Make room in that area for your breath. Feel your breath leading the way right here. Feel the muscles of the tummy starting to allow and accept the breath in. Can your mind loosen to allow and accept the breath in? And we'll gradually bring ourselves upright. All right, I'm going to bring my right leg in, wrapping my left arm around the right leg. Right hand close to this hip behind me, providing a nice erect spine here. So we've got a few rules and boundaries, right? Now, if I've got flesh or tummy or really thick thighs, might need to step the foot out just to make space for the belly, right? Sometimes we look at these boundaries and go, it needs to look just like that person's body. No, I want to have the lines be here, but I need to accommodate your body. And so move your flesh, lift it, move it around, it's yours. We get to look at our mind with that and go, okay, how did I even feel about that? Breath in, lifting, root the sit bones down, and revolve the belly, revolve the belly. Now, in twists sometimes, we have a desire and an expectation, and we're exerting more force than the body wants to do. Observe. Make room for the breath. Let your breath lead the way. Let your mind listen. Let your body tell you your boundaries. Let your body open your mind to possibility. And gently release, and we'll switch. Now, some of you may be like, oh, I don't want to just wrap here. Okay, so if you've been aspiring to finding the elbow outside, you want to encourage the lifting through the rib cage, and then crossing your midline with that elbow, seeing if that elbow can come outside of that thigh for a latch, for a hold. But remember what I just said about our own girth, our own fleshiness. So we might be needing to navigate around that. And if we have sufficient volume of flesh, we might not be able to get this kind of clasp right away. All right? So then we're confronted with our desire versus some actualities, aka not getting what we want. Feel your breath. Feel the body telling you what wants to move. Feel the amount of energy that you're putting into it. Trying not to force. Make room for a free space. And eventually releasing. I'm going to lower myself down onto my back. First time feeling the back on the earth, feeling the feet on the earth. Absorb all of the information that the body wants to tell us about how this feels. How are the organs responding? to this level of effortlessness. I'll invite us to cross right ankle above left knee, dropping that right knee down, exploring what that hip has to say. Please be kind to your knees, all right? So you might not want to put too much pressure downward on there. If you have some degradation or some injury in those knees, be kind to those ligaments. So there are postures you may want to skip. And then if you want to join, we can invite the left knee to pull that right shin closer to our chest. Softening the spine into the mat and exploring what the physical body has to tell us. Parts of the body that are connected to the earth, parts of the body that are facing the sky, parts of the body that are folded into other parts of the body. What is the breath telling us? Gently releasing the left foot down, uncrossing the right leg. In your time, getting ready for the other side. Make sure that you're just meeting this side. What's unique about this side? What are your senses telling you on this side? Your joints, your organs, your breath, your mind. And then maybe this side you do want to pull that left shin closer. Maybe this side you want to keep the right foot down. Will you give yourself permission to meet yourself where you are and not make a demand on yourself? Trusting that there's something to learn and connect with, no matter our shape and our poses on our mat. Everything is offering us an opportunity for growth, for deepening awareness and understanding of what is. Understanding of what is, not understanding of what we want, and not an understanding of what was. What is true right here? What can we accept right here? What can we create more ease around right here? And we'll release that down, uncrossing the legs. A bridge if you like, so feet a few inches apart, heels as close to your butt as is comfortable, a little space in between the knees, arms resting. Lift the chin a little, that's to protect your neck, so we have a little space underneath of the neck so that the neck is arching and not pressing down onto the floor. Firmly rooted in the feet, so check in. Are all of my toes pressing into the mat? Can I feel the whole surface of my feet? And push down, feel that, feel the hips thrusting, feel the thighs working, feel the shoulders not working. Feel the volume of breath, feel the weight of the volume of your breath. Practice your intention for your practice right now. Lowering the hips down, bottoms of the feet together, knees falling open if you feel comfortable doing so. This is a really vulnerable position. So if you would prefer, you can bring the knees together, touching, letting the feet come out wide. Actually, I think I'm just going to stay there. My low back said, oh, yay. So I'm going to stay with the yay. What are you practicing? What are you growing awareness of right here? Well, invite the knees toward the chest if you like. Maybe lift the forehead up to the knees and notice your spine, your neck, your breath. Are you wishing to stretch that spine so much that you've sacrificed the breath? Lower the chest down, arms open wide, little spinal twist if you like. Now, if you don't want to do this version with the knees bent, you could always change your version. Straighten one leg, keep one knee bent as you revolve. Some of you might prefer to have a leg straight. So make a choice. It's your body, your twist. Stay here if you like, but if you're ready to start to transition back, feel the transition, feel the states of change, that nothing is static, everything is fluid and changing. Be present with the states of change, feel the gradual nature of shifting and changing. Feel your breath in the shifts and the changes. Notice what's going on in your mind in the process of shifting and changing. How free is your breath? Look at the truth of that. How non-harming are you in your body right now? How kind. Where are you practicing or experiencing contentment right now? Eventually releasing the twist when you are ready. Knees toward the chest. Maybe lifting the forehead, maybe not. And give yourselves whatever movements, poses that you need before presenting your body and positioning your body for Shavasana, your pose of stillness. It doesn't have to be lying on your back. You could lie on your belly, you could curl up in a ball, you could have your knees bent, you could put a pillow under you so that you are in the greatest ease and steadiness, in stillness. And silence. What are you practicing right now? One hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Feel free to join us for an Om here, letting our awareness just be saturated with the sensation of vibration. You could sit silently if you prefer. And take your time as you emerge into a more upright space. This is karma. Out, out, out. And we will end as we began, checking in and awareness of how is the body? How is my breath? How is my mind? How are they all together in harmony with one another? Hold your intention and your focus of your practice close to your heart, maybe in the Anjali Mudra. Namaste. The light in me recognizes the very same light exists inside of you. I'm Belinda. This is Just Be Yoga, and this has been our home yoga practice live this week, bringing it all together, trying to practice some of all of these various thematics that we have done throughout the weeks, holding ourselves accountable for this is what I am practicing, this is what I am observing. I am where I am right now with effortlessness and ease. I deeply appreciate all of you for joining us. I deeply appreciate, any feedback, any thoughts that you have. Thank you, D-Bay. Love that. Listening to the spine, neck, and knees. Great. If we don't start to make it our own, we'll never start to make it our own. So, and there's a deep joy in finding our own way in our practice and learning how to listen within ourselves. And that eventually means you need somebody else to shut up. And that's usually me. If it's in your heart or your pocket, feel free to give a donation at paypal.me/justbeyoga, or maybe go to justbeyoga.com. And if there's any package, maybe you're interested in a private session, you can learn more on our website. Please be safe, be kind, take your practice now off the mat, and take all of those lessons that you connected with effortlessly into your day-to-day. Namaste. Hi, Janine. Thank you for joining us. I'm deeply grateful for you joining us. Yay, everyone. All right, go forth and do great things, everyone.